Welcome everybody again to coming along. This is webinar number 2 in this series for the Future Drought Fund's Helping Regional Communities Prepare for Drought Initiative Small Networks grants that are currently open. Before we kick off into anything too detailed, I'd just like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the country that we all join from today, and in the spirit of reconciliation, recognise the traditional custodians of country throughout Australia and their connections to land, sea and community. We pay our respect to elders past, present and extend that respect to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders peoples today. I'm joining you from Dja Dja Wurrung country in central Victoria in the Bendigo region. And the image that you see is from the Menindee Lakes in far west New South Wales just the other week. Thanks, Shannon. Just to give everybody a little bit more background, some people in the room do actually know who FRRR, but for those who aren't aware, FRRR's Foundation for Rural and Regional Renewal have been functioning within Australia for over 20 years. And we, ensure social and economic strength in remote, rural and regional areas of Australia and act as a conduit really between government and philanthropy and private donors in offering grant opportunities, but also advocacy for regional communities across the country. This particular program is supported within the Future Drought Fund, which is a federal initiative that's has been underway for a little bit of time now. And basically the Future Drought Fund is the Australian government, like I said, Australian government program, and is designed to deliver secure and continuous funding for drought resilience initiatives nationally. There are a number of different streams of funding available and opportunities available within this Future Drought Fund. This portion of funding is made available through the Helping Regional Communities Prepare for Drought initiative, which is solely focused on supporting communities in a social context and preparing the social foundations for communities in readiness for drought. Just for a little bit of further information as well, the presentation will be sent to everybody and there are links inserted within the documentation. So once you get that, you can, if you want a little bit more information on the fund, you just click on the currently available financial report, and that will open for you and give you a whole gambit of information on the fund, as well as the FRRR initiatives that have been run with ARLF in the past. Thank you, Shannon. So as I said earlier, this particular program is a small network grant program. The program itself is currently open and closes on the 14th of November at 5 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time, so Victorian time. There are 2 streams of funding that are made available within the program. So the first stream is for grants up to $20,000, and those grants are available for LGAs, all rural LGAs across Australia. There are some areas that are prioritised, which is the list that is within the program guidelines, and that I do apologise, that has been causing some confusion for some communities, but that is just to identify that those particular areas are prioritised. But more broadly, all rural LGAs are actually eligible to apply for funding within the program. The second stream of funding is for grants up to $50,000, and the communities that are eligible for that particular stream of funds are far western New South Wales, all of the Northern Territory, arid lands and tablelands areas, and the Western Australia Great Southern region. Further details about local government areas within those regions are detailed within the program guidelines, which again, once you get the documentation, the refer program guidelines for details button will actually give you all of that information. And to apply for the program is through the FRRR website. If you go into the Small Networks Grant Program, and that will feed you through into the application itself. So what can be funded within the program? This program is quite broad in initiatives. Will support networks, community infrastructure, one-off events, development and learning initiatives, and training initiatives as well. So again, small networks with small grants, $20,000 and $50,000, and just made available to support communities in building their drought preparedness. Shannon, did you want to pop through? So the program itself will actually be delivered in 2 rounds of funding. Like I said earlier, there is 1 round that's currently available, and that will be closing on the 14th of November. Notifications will be made in early March, and the funding period is to the end of July 2025. Round 2 of the funding opens on the 13th of February next year, closing on the 26th of March, with announcements made in around the middle of June, and the funding period is 12 months to the end of July 2025 as well. So those dates also are applicable for both Stream 1 and Stream 2 of funding within the program. So both of those streams of funding will be available in both rounds. Some project examples to get you thinking. A lot of you may already have projects on the horizon that you have in mind, but these are some examples. Online Community Forum was actually been a really positive program that was supported under the Future Drought Fund Stage 1, and then another one, improving young farmer mental resilience. Same thing. That was another program that was supported within Stage 1 of the Future Drought Fund program as well. So there are also a gambit of other ideas and initiatives that we can show, that you can have a read about, just get a little bit more information on within the program. So again, all of those images that have links embedded in them. So feel free to, once this document lands in your inbox, jump in and have a look at some of those other project ideas that communities have been doing already. So the intent of today's session was really just to give you a brief overview of the program and what was available, but also to give you opportunity to ask us questions. So in review, this is a small grants program, simple application process. Application comes in, we'll review it and assess. It'll go through an assessment process. Notifications will go out. Funding's made available, project activity is delivered, and then final reporting submitted. So quite a simple end-to-end process. Our objective is to make things as easy for community as we can, and also to have both myself and Alicia, our other program engagement coordinator, available to answer questions for you when you have them. If you do have any questions, please feel free to reach out to myself or my colleague Alicia. Either one of us will be able to answer any questions that you have, but I would just like to thank you all for taking the time out to join us this afternoon, and look forward to hearing from you soon and seeing some applications come through. So thank you very much again.